Hello.
Hello.
Finland. Can you introduce yourself because I'm so bad in names? So you were
I'm Sara.
Eric.
the American dude.
American dude, yeah.
I'm very Swedish and my name is Micke.
Andreas.
Jörgen.
You started out 4 years ago. About.
More or less.
It's more like 7 years now, actually. Time moves
years.
fast, yeah.
Is this your first album? 7 years. Why did it took so long?
It always takes that long if you make your own music that is kind of weird, you know? If you make music that it sounds like everything else, you might get a chance to do it quickly, but for us it took a while for people to understand us. And then finally there was a gutsy record company who understood what we were doing and we got to do it, make a record. But we had played a long time before that.
Because I have listened to the record for something like one time. I'm really sorry, but it was like I couldn't decide what was it. Was it like, I don't mean a joke, but a humor, music, or was it like serious? It's kind of hard stuff in a way.
It is, but it's serious, fun music. You know what I mean? It could be both at the same time. I think.
Alternative to the alternative.
Yeah.
It's very important to mention that we didn't decide this is the way it's going to sound like on the album. This is the way we're going to sound like. We experimented the whole way through, and all of a sudden we had a record and it sounded like that, and it's okay, fine. This is what it sounds like.
In the sky, I wonder where you are. I'm feeling like a star.
It sounds like it's made with the computers, not with like.
For most of the songs, we wanted to every instrument on the sound to be completely original. So we would screw around with everything and effects and then we would kind of make stuff that sounded like horses and elephants and things like
Just wonder it took 7 years.
Yeah, exactly. It took a long time.
The album didn't
And
take
then-
7 years to make.
We had
No.
to go down to Africa and sample.
Yeah, we had to animals and the zoo and we would say things like I want it to be like giraffes in this part and then try to interpret that. So it was it was a very strange process. I think that's why it sounds so machine made because there's a lot of machines involved in order to get a guitar to sound like a giraffe. You gotta use some effects.
Just need a giraffe pedal, dude.
Yeah, giraffe
Which is
pedal.
really hard live when we bring the giraffes on stage. That's the hard part, to make it sound like that live.
Fit them on the bus.
Yeah, and fit the elephants in the bus is really hard too.
Yeah, there's something about this blue and yellow stuff on the record. You were all dressed up in blue and yellow. Do you want to like say that you are from Sweden or what's behind that?
I can answer that question. It's because I think I feel very folky, you know what I mean? I feel like a very folky kind of girl. So I wanted to joke with that and have the Swedish, like something that is like the Swedish colors and like a folky dress on. I don't know, that's what we did.
But we thought, since Sara has some fame in Sweden, that we should push her up. Here she is in Swedish dress. Here's your Swedish colors.
Are you known in Sweden?
Yeah, I've been working on doing your job for a long time.
For what channel?
For a lot of different things now. It's Channel 1, Swedish National TV. Yeah, so I'm doing a lot of different things. Right now doing children's things and a music show. So, yeah, that's what I do.
But is it in Sweden promoted like Sara? She's known from a TV, do you have a sticker on your album?
No, not at all. We're actually trying to hide it, which has been a huge problem. That's why it's so nice to be in Finland where people don't know this, because you always have to set aside, if you were in a band, which you could be, you know what I mean?
I am.
You are in a band, then you know that your job is your job and then your music is your music. You don't want people to think that I'm doing it because I'm on TV, because it's totally different things.
It's good for you in a way.
I thought it was good for us, but it turned out to be pretty bad actually.
What's bad about it?
Because I know
So
people.
annoying and take all the attention.
Yeah, all the hype media guys, they expect so much from someone who's famous already. for something else, and then
They expect so little.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
They expect so little. They said.
Expect
so
so
little.
little. They think that I can't do anything.
I think
but
you're crap.
yeah, they think I
Yeah.
suck. You know what I mean?
They didn't even listen to it.
If you see like an actor, an actress going into a band, you just assume she sucks, right? So I have to
Sucks what?
suck, which I don't.
Figuratively.
Was your music different when you started?
I remember that our guitarist that we had back then played like a violin on the guitar and stuff, and we really
What's
experimented.
your name's Jimmy Page?
No, it wasn't Jimmy Page, but we did a lot of those things, and I used to try to play the drums in the front of the stage in the beginning, so we were really experimental from the start.
Yeah.
But I
We were
think,
trying to break. Before we got into using computers, basically,
yeah,
we were doing everything like live, experimental.
yeah, which was a lot of fun. But computers are fun too, you know. If you mix it with a live thing, which we do, then that's good.
If there was like a street fight, and you have to pick a band who you don't want to fight with from Sweden, what would the band be?
That we don't want to fight with?
Yeah.
Aphrodite.
I didn't get the question, but that was funny anyway. What did you say?
I haven't seen your video actually, but have you made many of those or just?
The second video out.
Yeah, we've made two videos. The first one was like the first medium expensive one, and then the second one we decided to do ourselves, and that's the one that's out now in Finland, I think, Stone Cold and Wasted, which we did ourselves for no money, and it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's really good.